Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. As sort of promised, but not promised, we are in the DBBR 425 and we're on the Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr route, sort of the original route in which the 425 came to the game. So let's pop in, get it all set up, and we're going to be heading over to Bochum from here at Duisburg. So Cifer, PZB somewhere on here. PZB, don't have LZB on here because this is the old version. We have got to set up the PIS. So let's see where would this one be going. Bochum apparently. Wouldn't this be going to Dortmund? Apparently we're going to Kassel. Okay, well we can set it to that. Let's set it to that. Kassel. Kassel RE11. I think it said it was RE11. Have we even got that on there? No, we haven't got that on there, so I think we'll probably put it to Ham, maybe? Let's put it to Ham. There you go, Ham. Do that. Cool, right. Let's get the door shut and let's get out of here. Lights as well, we'll get them on. Marker lights. Right, so next station stop is Mülheim Hauptbahnhof. Top speed is 140 kilometers an hour. I think in this train I used to go up to 160, but that was naughty. Only to 140 you're allowed to go in this train. Although if you want to go 160, the game probably won't stop you. As we make our way out. Got a 60 on the signal there. I suppose the M might be for Mülheim. There you go, and we're out. Oh yeah, on the Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr route, which is the original route, and we might see it in which you might see the DBBR 101, which originally released for this route, being what the Dovetail Games version. Which, as opposed to the Expert 101, it's like, nah, don't want to drive that anymore. Across we go. Cool, right across the points there. And up to 150, which sadly for us were only 140. So we used to always be really early into the stations on this route, and I was thinking, oh, easy, you know, this would be great. But then, yeah, it's because we kept going up to 160 when. Yeah, you're not meant to in this train. So up to 140, which you can see is the top speed. Got the annoying sort of render issue there, sort of the track issue. See the little thing loading in there? Cool. 130 and almost at 140. There's no cruise control on here either, or tempomat. So we'll just have to coast it. Hope that it stays, or just try and maintain the speed at 140. Okay, flyby shot. Yeah, it's a pretty route, this one. This one releasing back in 2020. I think it was, yeah, February 2020. So it's sort of a relatively old route in the game now. And probably not really one you hear much about, really. It's not really, well, to me it is a fairly, one of those routes is sort of like tucked away a bit. Sort of, yeah, being a slightly older one, not the most interesting of routes. And quite a short route as well. But the thing is with this route, there is two different ways you can go. There's the default 101, which doesn't have the cab car on the back, the Stierwagen. Yeah, this route has two bits on it, so you've got, let's have a look on the map, you've got the fast line here, and then the slow line. That's sort of like the interesting bit about this route, is the way you can sort of go the two different ways. So the S-Bahn trains go the slow way, and we go the fast way. passenger lights on as well, so make sure they're on. There you go. Not too far to the next stop. I think this is Mülheim West. So we sort of then go up the hill a bit and then round the corner and into Mülheim Hauptbahnhof. Or Mülheim Rhein, or Rhein Ruhr Hauptbahnhof. So we should get brought down speed-wise quite soon. That's not for us there, so I don't think that's for us. Just going to acknowledge it just in case, but I don't think that one's for us. We should have a board just round here. Or is this Mülheim West? Well, I know where the next one after this one. I used to know this route quite well, but I haven't played it in quite some time. There you go. That's us. Down to 110. Up the hill, and yeah, round into Mülheim Hauptbahnhof. There's the 422. Obviously, quite soon we are getting the DBBR 430 for the Frankfurt S-Bahn route, which is sort of like a more modern version of the 422. So that'll be cool. There's the 111. And here we are. I don't know if there's a stop marker here or not. Is there? Oh, there is something down there. Oh, that's a speedboard. So I think it's sort of a guess when you're in the platform one. So I'd say probably about now we'll come to a stop. That will do. Yeah. Let me quickly check on Google Maps as well to see if it should either say Mönchengladbach or Ham. Right, where's Ham? Not Hammersmith. Let's see. Yeah, no, this is correct. Yeah, Ham is sort of just beyond Dortmund. Well, quite a bit beyond Dortmund, but see, how long is Ham to Bochum? Ham to Bochum. There's one thing about this route which everybody was sort of a bit confused about when it did come out. It was the fact it didn't go to Dortmund. That's like one of the biggest like questions of why didn't it go to Dortmund. As Duisburg's sort of quite a largish place, but then Dortmund's also sort of another large place, but then it sort of just got cut short at Bochum, and it's not even much further to Dortmund. So Ham to Bochum is apparently 1 hour 20 minutes on the train. Well, that seems to be some sort of slow one. Well, they're saying that I am recording this on Easter Sunday, so that might also affect Germany as well. Let's get the doors shut. That might be a slow or limited service. Right, Essen next. Let's get going. At 1:30. The fence going through the the fence is going through the speedboard. Let's go. Yeah, I didn't get this route when it first released. I was sort of quite late to this route. I got this route, I believe, Christmas 2020. So quite a lot of those routes which came out in 2020, I didn't get because East Coastway had come out December 2019. So that was basically all I needed for quite a while. And then I finally then ventured out and got the other bits on the Christmas sale 2020. I think I got Oakville Subdivision and this route Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr at Christmas 2020. Which seems not long ago, but I mean almost 5 years ago, which is pretty mad. Yeah, Seafa, yeah, there we go. So we're still 130 at the moment. We got a couple of stations before Essen as well. 160, so 140 for us. So that's our VMAX. There you go, 140 at Seafer, there we go. And hopefully audio is all okay. It seems to be coming up green at this end, so that's good. Yeah, they've got a little marker there sort of going ahead of us. Sort of loads in the forefoot. Weird. So we cross under the slow lines. And there's like a station with almost 2 levels to it, and then there's Essen West and then Essen. If memory serves me correctly. So I used to fly along here at 160, unknowing that the speed limit in this train is actually 140. Probably see that if you look at old videos of us playing this route. Yeah, we were a little bit naughty with the limit, considering it is 140 in this train. But I don't think the game stopped you going up to 160. And this train quite easily gets to 160 as well. Another 422. And they're sort of the slower trains, the 422. They do the S-Bahn stuff. Here's the station with like 2 levels to it. So this platform's much higher up. There's a regional express with the Dostos, which I think come from main Spessart Bahn. Yeah, Seafer, or originally did. Was that one Essen West? That might be Essen West. So on the approach to Essen station, which is another sort of fairly big station. I'm warning for a 130, which we're going at, so that's sort of perfect. Yeah, alright, Seafer, yeah, there we go, and we go past a little depot here as well. Which if you're on the slow lines, you sort of have to go round. So I've got a fairly good memory of this route. And warning for a 111. Let's round the corner and into Essen. Which the regional Bahn 33 terminates here. That's the tram that goes all the way to Aachen. Lovely. See, Dovetail used to focus quite a lot on these S-Bahn routes, but then sort of after, well, basically, yeah, after sort of, well, sort of, yeah, Train Sim World 2019, 2020, that sort of time, and 2018 was all sort of S-Bahn stuff. And then we had Köln-Aachen, and then sort of after that we didn't have as well. We had the Munich Augsburg route. That was a lot of S-Bahn stuff. But then sort of, yeah, they moved away a little bit and went on to the regional expresses and high speed stuff. Sort of S-Bahn was slightly more put to the side. Whereas with Frankfurt S-Bahn coming out, that's sort of the main and centre again. Alright. So the CIS is saying a completely different thing to apparently where this train's going. Apparently this one goes all the way to Kassel. I mean, it probably does. Well, no, hang on, that one says Ham on there. But even on here, I think it said Ham as well. Oh no, Bochum on here. But Kassel isn't a destination. And we are the RE11 as well, so that's correct. And after this, we've got, yeah, Wattenscheid and then Bochum. Vattenshire being a little island. I think it's like the only, no, it's the one of two stations on the fast line. As there is a station here which has like no services. Which has always been a bit like, puzzling, like literally no trains stop there. Right, let's go. Yeah, Vattenscheid up next. I'll try and get a nice photo in a second as we come out of Essen. Cool. Again, coming up to a fairly quick part in the route as well. Again, still be 140, well 160, but obviously we can't legally, or we shouldn't really be going up to that speed. Although I think the game does allow you on this route. So yeah, if we really wanted to, we could go 160, but we ideally shouldn't be going 160. $130. Let's get that fully up. There we go, 130. Yeah, C30, yeah, there we go. So soon enough we'll break away from the other lines. There's a freight. Was that double-headed? Yeah, double-headed 185 there. Pretty cool. All of the fuel or whatever it is. Yeah, 130. Yeah, alright, yeah, CFA. We get the gist. Now you get 130 now. I think it just went up there as well. Yeah, press it went up again. Well, it does go up again once we join up with the with this line. So you've got Essen-Kreis Süd station, which we pass through. Again, nothing seems to stop there, weirdly. It's one of those weird stations. Right, let's go. So 140 for us. Essen-Kreis Süd. Again, nothing stops here. I don't know if these trains are meant to stop here. In fact, let's have a look on Google Maps. That will possibly tell me what stops there. It's always quite handy to use. So it's a really built up area. So just looking on Google Maps, it almost looks like we're sort of out in the, well, you know, out in almost the countryside here. But it's literally all of this is just all built up. It's just like a string of just towns and villages which have all just merged together. It's really built up. Now, Essen-Kreis Süd, what stops here? The regional Bahn 40 stops there, apparently. Although it seems today they got a bus. So maybe some sort of rail replacement bus. Possibly. Yeah, alright, there we go, yeah. The RB40. Oh yeah, at the moment it's a bus, so probably some sort of engineering works. So yeah, almost looks like we're sort of out in, well, out in the countryside a bit, but yeah, it's just all built up. It's like a megalopolis, all strung together. Yeah, CFA, there we go. And then you got Vattenscheid soon approaching. sort of one of the easier stations to just whiz past and be like, oh yeah, we're meant to stop there. I think there's a crossover beforehand, as you can see coming up now. Cool, and here we are. This is Vattenscheid. And after this is Bochum. Again, bit of a weird decision why the route was cut at Bochum. I don't know if that has been sort of said before. Just yeah, Dortmund isn't really much further. So there's always sort of been speculation that maybe this route would get extended one day. It won't, unless it maybe gets remastered one day. Which I doubt it, as it's not really like a popular route. But yeah, Bochum is where it ends. Here we are, Vattenscheid. And then we've, in the last, couple of weeks, we've then done a 425, on every route it's sort of native to. Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr, Bremen-Oldenburg, and, what's the other route it's on? My mind's completely blank. What was it? Bremen-Oldenburg, Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr. And Ludwigsbahn, that's the other one. It's one of those easy to forget routes, Ludwigsbahn. It's like, oh yeah, that one. Pretty route. It's going to tell us to unlock the doors, isn't it? Yep. One of the annoying old TSW things which has never been sort of rid of. Come on. Open the doors for about 5 seconds and then close them. Come on. Yeah, lock doors. Let's go, full power. Nice little internal shot there as well. So on this one, the sort of the internal information screen. Not the one up which is Ham West, but the one which tells you all the next stations doesn't work. As well, this is an older version of it. The original 425. But if you haven't got this route, would I say this one's worth picking up nowadays? Not particularly. It doesn't really give you AI on. I think it gives you AI for Munich Augsburg. I think the 425 from here goes on to there. But apart from that, I don't think it really gives you any sort of layers on other routes, or not anything notable. Or there's nothing in the past couple of years or so. But if you like your German electric multiple units, you do get 2 on here. I think the trains included are the 422 and the 425. So if you like your EMUs, this is good. And also the Dovetail Games DBBR 101 is also a DLC for this route, which I think you still do require this route to then get that DLC, as it's one of the older ones. But apart from that, it's not really a route I'd particularly be too fussed about not having nowadays. But if you're interested in it, feel free to get it. And plus, a lot of the layers for this route are also old routes as well. So main spec up barn for region for the other Dostos and stuff. Yeah, right, so you don't get a magnet for that single yellow. Well, we'll still slow down anyway. And that's for the other. Was that for us? I'll acknowledge it anyway. Might be for the other line though. Or maybe not. But that is Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr done. I don't know when the last time we did this was. Let's have a look. Must have been quite some time ago. We last. Oh my god. No, surely it can't be that long ago. That can't be right. No way. Hauptstrecke Rhein. Surely not. No, that can't be right. We've done this route before then. Apparently the last time I did this route was April the 21st, 2021. That doesn't sound right. It can't be that long ago. Hang on, no, surely it can't be that long ago. It's like one of the coolest locos there, the 101. Let's put Rhein Ruhr in. Rhein Ruhr. No, we did it. Yeah, we did it 2024. I don't know why it wasn't in the title. It didn't come up on my little search. But yeah, we did this. Yeah, June 2024. So sort of just before the Expert 101 come out, we did it, showing off the default 101. There we go. Well, that is going to be it, everybody. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. That was some Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr. Links can be found in all of the usual places. Discord, PayPal, merch. I still haven't added it to the OBS Classic overlays. But yeah, merch store on there. Also our affiliate link for the lovely UK departure board, which is just awesome. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye, guys.